that you guys are having an absolutely magical morning, afternoon, or night, whatever it is for you, when this video finally reaches you. For today's video, you guys, we are really getting in the Halloween spirit because we're going to be reading and reacting to somebody's real werewolf encounter. Now, if you guys want to see an entire video on werewolves, the history of werewolves, the present day werewolves, and all of that, make sure you guys let me know in the comments below, because after reading through, or at least like skimming this story, it really intrigued me as to what the history of werewolves is and what the modern day werewolf is said to be like and all of that attached to it. I've actually previously talked about vampires here on my channel, and I plan to talk about modern day witchcraft and the history of witchcraft and all the common misconceptions and all that jazz. So I figured if you guys are interested, we can add a werewolf to that list and learn more about them. Before we get into today's video though, I just want to let you guys know that we are literally down to like the last one or two of my Friendly Ghost beanie and my Friendly Ghost face mask, and the rest of my merch is like dropping quickly. So I will have a link down below if you guys are interested in getting some spooky merch for spooky season, because I absolutely love wearing my ghost face masks out in public. I actually sent them all out to all my people on Patreon. Oh, by the way, speaking of which, I'm going live every single Friday on Patreon, and I am also doing daily and weekly giveaways over this month. Every week there's a new winner for a giveaway on Patreon, and then the 7 days leading up to Halloween, there is a 7-day giveaway. So every day for 7 days, there will be a new winner. So if you're interested in joining the Patreon fam, I will have that linked down below too. But without further ado, let's get into this encounter, because like I said, I did skim it and it's just unlike what I would have imagined. So I'm really curious to hear all your guys' thoughts and opinions. And yeah, without further ado, let's get into today's video. So it's titled, "There's a Werewolf in California." You read the title right. There is a werewolf in California. I mean, I'm sure they're everywhere, but I know for certain that right now there is a werewolf in California. For safety reasons, I can't say the city I live in, but what I can say is that I know it's out there. And I'm telling you because in my heart, I feel it's making its way city to city. I know this to be real because I saw it, and I hope that you don't see it too. I've never really believed in werewolves. I always thought they were some sort of a legend, created to make us fear the full moon or something. I guess you could call me a non-believer for a lot of things. But regardless of my beliefs, nearing the end of this summer, strange things started to happen in my city. The biggest being that the animals were dying. People's dogs in the backyard, people's outdoor cats, it didn't matter. They would turn up dead, eaten down to nearly nothing. That's horrible. Everyone started to think there was a coyote problem, that that's what had been eating the neighborhood pets. For a while, warnings were posted on every corner to watch your pets in the yard. So people did. This meant there were fewer unsupervised family pets, and that meant less were turning up dead. We would realize pretty fast, though, it mustn't have been the coyotes, because with the lack of family pets to eat, the coyotes started turning up dead the exact same way, eaten down to nothing. Nobody understood what that meant. The neighbors were talking among each other, trying to figure out what it could be if it wasn't the coyotes. Everyone was growing terrified, wondering what was so viciously eating all of our city's animals. Nobody knew or understood. Soon, late at night, we would start to hear howling, loud howling. There was talk that maybe wolves were at fault for it all, and for a little, that did make sense. Wolves kill coyotes, and surely they kill other animals too, and that would make sense for the howling. That wasn't it either. It went on for some time. Many of my city's animals were still turning up dead, and the howling at night was getting louder. There was talk at my school about the fact that it probably wasn't a wolf at all, and that maybe it was actually a werewolf. Like I told you earlier, I didn't believe in that one bit. I didn't believe in much. And so I thought that it was pretty funny that that's what everyone was talking about. Soon, it wouldn't be funny anymore. One night, my parents were both working late and I was home alone. I made a quick, easy dinner for myself and curled up on the couch to play some video games. That's when I heard the howling. This had become a regular occurrence. So at first, I didn't think much of it. I should probably explain that my property is large. We have a pretty big backyard. No pets though. So there were no animals in my yard this night, which makes everything that happened even more terrifying now, looking back. I decided to ignore it. I figured the howling must be a wolf. And like I said, since we had no animals, I figured if I stayed inside, everything would be fine. But the howling didn't stop. It kept growing louder and stronger and getting closer to my house. What was strange was that it was a lone wolf howling. It didn't sound like a pack. Since there was so much talk about what this all could be, I decided to go outside and see it for myself. That way, I could put all the rumors to rest. What I saw will be stuck inside my head until the day I die. I walked into my yard and was stopped dead in my tracks. Nearing the back of my yard, I saw the most terrifying creature. 7 to 8 feet tall, this wolf-like entity stood on 2 legs, its long arms ending with the sharpest nails I could ever see. They could rip you apart in seconds. Its eyes glowed yellow and teeth dripped in saliva. It looked ferocious but wise all at once. We made eye contact, and I ran inside immediately, locking the door. For a few weeks, we'd lose animals in our city until finally it just stopped. Many thought the wolf pack had probably moved on, but I wasn't so certain. Now though, I think it might be moving city to city, because the city next to mine has just reported a coyote problem. The animals in their city are dying. They're warning people to watch them in the backyard. But I fear if we keep depriving it of animals, soon it will come for humans. I know what I saw was a stereotypical werewolf. What I don't understand is how it wasn't stereotypical. Aren't they supposed to only come on a full moon? What does this even mean? That's my story, anyway. I haven't told anyone I know what I saw, because then that makes it real. But yet here I am, telling strangers. If you make any sense of it, please let me know. Because how can such a typical werewolf be so not typical? And why did it come not only on a full moon, but on every night around it? Thank you. And that's the end. Now, the reason that when I skimmed this, I wanted to do more research on werewolves, and if you guys are interested, I most definitely will, is because I found it so interesting and so eerie that he said it wasn't on a full moon. When we think about werewolves, and like he said, the stereotypical werewolf, we imagine them coming out on full moons. I mean, people always say that the werewolves come out on full moons. So why was it that what he saw was like such a stereotypical werewolf, yet it wasn't a full moon? And why did it choose to leave that city to then, like he described, potentially have moved on to another city? I'm really, really interested and curious to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions, because something that I'm learning as I get older is that all of our fairy tales, all of our scary movies, all of that is really based on or inspired by true events in one way, shape, or form. There is something that inspired these things. And so I'm very curious to know the history of werewolves, and maybe you guys know more than I do. I mean, I haven't dug into werewolves, but I do know of werewolves. And I'm just so curious to hear from you guys what you think was occurring, and if any of you have had any similar experiences. I personally do not believe I've ever encountered a werewolf or been on the path of a werewolf, but I mean, I guess we all never truly know. It's the same thing as that there's ghosts everywhere, but not everybody has paranormal experiences. So I'm really interested to hear all of your guys' thoughts and opinions, and if you have any video requests based off of this, please let me know. But I really wanted to share this with you guys, because what better time to talk about werewolf encounters than Halloween? And with that being said, if you guys are new to my channel or you are just not yet subscribed and you do enjoy my videos, make sure you go ahead and click that subscribe button, because I am uploading every single day until Halloween. It's 31 days of Halloween. And then also in December, I upload every day in December as well. So if you guys want some spooky, eerie, creepy content, make sure you subscribe down below. I would absolutely love to have you as part of our Reese's Pieces. It just got so dark in here. The heck? And with that being said, if you enjoyed today's video, please make sure you guys give it a big thumbs up. I love creating for you, and seeing that you guys are enjoying my content just really inspires me to keep creating. So if you are enjoying it, make sure you do give it a big thumbs up. And remember, my loves, do all things with kindness. And until next time, I love you guys so much.